Hi everybody, it's Shelby Prusha here, and welcome to another Cowboy Coffee. I am joined today with Ben and Grace, who are part of Fraternity Sorority life, and today we are just going to be talking about what Fraternity Sorority life is and some of the changes taking place this coming semester. So Ben and Grace, why don't you introduce yourselves and describe what you both do for Fraternity Sorority life?
Hi everyone, I'm Grace. I am going into my senior year at UW in the fall, and I am the current president of the Panhellenic Council at the University of Wyoming. So within our community, we have a governing board on both the sorority side and the fraternity side. So the sorority side one is called the College Panhellenic Council, and the fraternity side is called the Interfraternity Council. And we basically just help oversee things within our community and provide a sense of unity for everyone.
Yeah, and my name is Ben, like she said before. I'm going into my sophomore year here at UW. I am currently serving as the Vice President of Programming for the Sigma Phi Epsilon chapter here at the University of Wyoming, and I'm also an orientation leader too.
Sweet. Thank you guys. So now let's dive into what fraternity sorority life is and what you guys all do.
Yeah, so we currently have 6 sororities and 10 fraternities with around 600 students altogether.
And our community is focused on we and is based on the values of scholarship, sisterhood, and brotherhood, service, and leadership.
Yeah, so kind of going off of that scholarship, we're very committed to our academics. We as a community consistently earn a higher GPA than the UW body student average as a whole.
Yeah, and then in terms of service, all of our sororities and fraternities hold events or raise money for local or national philanthropies such as Make-A-Wish, Reading is Fundamental, and Big Brothers and Big Sisters. We are proud of the thousands of dollars that we are able to raise each year and donate, and the events we put on are usually a lot of fun.
Yeah, so, and then sisterhood and brotherhood, it's just kind of, no matter what letters you wear, what chapter you're in, you're going to have friends all throughout the community. I've got friends in every single fraternity, every single sorority. You're going to have friends for life, and you're going to meet a ton of people.
And then our last value that we hold very dear to our heart is leadership. So our office, our fraternity and sorority office, puts on a few different leadership development events each year. So one of them is called New Member Education, which is pretty much what it sounds like. It's for all of our incoming members. And then we also have a retreat called Compass, which is for people who hold a leadership role within their chapter. And all of these events are just to promote self-sacrificial leadership and kind of give us those skills that we need once we enter the workforce.
It sounds like there's a lot to do and gain from fraternity sorority life. So what made you guys personally want to join fraternity sorority life?
You want to go first?
Oh, sure. Well, I didn't know a ton of people when I came here. I'm from Colorado, but just not a lot of people came to UW from my high school. So I wanted to find a home away from home. And I know that sounds kind of cheesy, but I think that's what a lot of people are searching for when they come to college, just people to hang out with, people to be around. And I was also drawn to the leadership opportunities and was excited to be a part of something that's bigger than just myself.
Yeah, kind of to echo that, I'm also from out of state, so coming here, I didn't know anybody, not a single other person from my high school came to UW, so that was a chance for me to meet other people. But also my cousin spoke about how much his fraternity experience mattered to him and how much he gained from it, and so I was interested and I wanted to join.
Awesome. Now let's switch directions and talk about this coming semester. There's obviously going to be a lot of changes this year. So how is recruitment going to look for fraternity sorority life? Like, how is it going to be different than before?
That's a super good question. As we know, COVID-19 has caused a lot of disruptions in our daily lives. However, we are still committed to keeping our community strong and functioning as normal as we can. We are still working on a lot of the specifics and smaller details for recruitment on both the fraternity and sorority side, but we are committed to making sure it still happens, whether that be completely in person or some aspects online. We want to make sure that everyone who's involved is safe and welcome, and we will follow all of the UW guidelines that are provided to make sure that we make the safest choices possible while also trying to provide what we usually do. So it's all a balance, but we're working on it.
And what are other notable changes taking place in fraternity sorority life?
I think the biggest one will probably be wearing masks at every event, just maintaining safety. We're going to try to lower numbers or get bigger spaces so we can social distance the best way possible. We're just going to follow those guidelines, listen to the university, and we're going to figure it out.
And where can people find information about fraternity sorority life?
There are actually like a bunch of ways for you to find information. We do have a website. It's linked to the Wyoming University website, basically. So it's just uwyo.edu/FSL/. So you can find information on there about chapters, about our history, about how to join. There's a bunch on there. There's also contact information for people who work for the office. So that's a really good place to start. And then we also have an Instagram for both Panhellenic and IFC, which I mentioned at the beginning, are our councils. So the Panhellenic one is UWYO_Panhellenic, and the IFC is basically the same. It's UWYO_IFC. And so that's a really fun way to see what we're all about. And then you can also find the chapters Instagrams that way. But there are tons of places, and we also have a Facebook, so basically just look us up and you'll find us.
Yes.
And if you ever have questions or anything like that, there are tons of us here to help you, and we'd love for you all to join.
And for the incoming students, your orientation leaders, I'm a person who's in FSL. Zach, you can go talk to Zach. You could talk to Madison. You could talk to Danny. We're all in FSL, and we're your orientation leaders. That's what we're here to do, is listen and help you guys get involved.
Awesome. That's great information. So thank you, Ben and Grace, for joining me today to talk a little bit about fraternity sorority life and some changes taking place. We really appreciate it and the information you've spoken about today pertaining to what fraternity sorority life is going to look like and how you guys are handling the upcoming semester. So thank you again for joining me today and answering my questions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for this opportunity. It's been really fun.